Hello, what do you tell me, Age of Empires friends? How do you say that you are? I'm here with one of the best players in the world, and first, Red Bull Wololo champion, Mr.Yo. Thank you very much for accepting this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. So could you introduce yourself and tell me how old you are, what's your name, how long have you been playing Age of Empires? You can add other personal things if you like.
My name is Fan, and I'm from China. I'm 30 years old right now, and I have been playing Age of Empire like 11 years, if I remember right. And it's always been my favorite game since I was a kid, and I'm really happy to one day be a competitive player like who I am right now.
Yeah, sounds great. So you have almost $100K winning in prize pools in your career. That's the fifth highest in history, right? So you're the number 5 in history to win more money from Age of Empires. So how do you maintain such a high win streak after so many years? What's the recipe to win so much?
I guess just keep playing. I keep trying. Especially when I have my own streaming channel, I have to give my audience something. Like I have to keep them entertained, and the best way to entertain my viewers are winning something, winning a tournament, winning a show match, etc.
Yeah, of course. And can you tell me, has the meta game shifted over the years? I mean, you're a top player for a lot of time now in team games and 1v1. Can you tell me a little bit if the meta game has shifted or if you play the same without too much training because it shifts very slow? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I would say it changes a lot. Like when I first started to play Age of Empire, people used to go to fatal age like 25 pops or even more. So nowadays we go as fast as possible, and it's crazy fast, like 17 pop or something like that. And strategy wise, it changed a lot as well. Like we used to only play spearman and skirmisher, and now we have scouts, we have man-at-arms, we have Josh, and in team games also, there was for quite a long time that the middle player, like the pocket player, never reached fiddle that fast and made scouts. They just went to fast castle and make knights. And it was boring, but it was really easy. But nowadays, pocket player always makes scouts, right? So it's really shifted a lot.
Yeah, of course, it changed a lot, and it's amazing to see how you adapt. So, yeah, let me ask you about something that you said before. There are not many Chinese players who speak fluent English, so I would like to hear it from you, since I don't know too much about it. We saw different Chinese sponsors through the years, a lot of them. How big exactly is the Chinese community? How many viewers do you reach? How many tournaments do you organize?
To be honest, I don't know my viewers number, like the real viewers number, but I guess it should be like 20,000 average, I think. And for the whole community, I used to, let me think, back in 2011, there was other player in other platform in China, like Wubli, and the whole community players should be around 20K.
Okay, so I didn't understand correctly. How many viewers do you reach? Yeah, you say you can know the exact number, right? Why is that?
We have fake number in our channel. Like there's a number showing I don't even know what that number means. Like when I have a gift, someone gives me a gift and the number going up, something like that. I can't see the exact viewers number.
Okay, but you told me it's around 20,000. Is that correct?
No.
No.
I mean, in my channel, it's around 2,000.
2,000. Okay. And in the whole community should be even higher.
20K,
so.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Wow, that's pretty big. And can you tell me a little bit about the sponsors? We saw, for example, SY sponsor a while back with the with the Nations Cup. You always had huge sponsors as well. So I see the game is very popular and it brings a lot of interest as well in sponsorship, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. So is Age of Empires your main income source right now, or do you work besides the game?
Do you still want more information about the sponsors or something?
Yes, sure. If you.
There has been two major sponsors for us. The first one is SY, as you mentioned, and the other one is Wolf Palace. The guy behind the clan was named Martin, and he was the richest guy I've ever met. And the reason why we have so many rich sponsors, I think, like everyone plays Age when they are young, and some of them might saw us from stream or I don't know some news when I win something. So they gather along to find us and wanted to host something to fulfill their childhood, their dreams, something like that.
That's funny. Yeah, they see you streaming or you in the news for winning something, and they just want to fulfill their childhood dreams and host a tournament.
Yeah, childhood dreams. Yeah.
That's very cool. I'm sorry for having interrupt you. It was my mistake. I thought you didn't want to talk too much about it, so I'm sorry. It was great to hear.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, great. So what do you actually my question was, is Age of Empires your main income source right now, or do you work beside the game and have Age of Empires as a hobby?
Is my main income source.
Okay, and how long? How was that?
It's been 5 or 6 years. Like when I had my stream channel set up, and then I became a full-time streamer and a player, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think when you start to become a full Age of Empires player, it's always even more about the stream than tournament income, right? Because the tournaments can come and go, but the stream is always there, right?
Yes, of course. And the tournament wasn't there wasn't these tournament back in the old days. Like in Wobbly time, we only have maybe one tournament in every 2 months, something like that. But after DE, we have tournament non-stop.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually very big for the game, right? It wasn't like that. I talked to some players before you, and even DauT that plays for a lot of time said, "Dude, we didn't have these huge prize pools right now, like we have right now." So that's very good for the game and for the path as a pro player. So, what do you think was your biggest accomplishment in your Age of Empires 2 career? What was the biggest accomplishment, and what's your best effort that you had?
I think the biggest thing for me was winning Viper in Red Bull first edition, because it was my first time winning Viper in a major tournament, and it means a lot to me. And I was really happy about it, and I was really trying my best. I was practicing all days to achieve that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. So, talking about good experiences, what's the best experience you had in Age of Empires 2 events? Right. I know you had the Nations Cup from SY. I know you had another LAN event. So, what's your best memory from Age of Empires 2 that you have?
I think it is a tournament host in 2016 in China, LAN event named Clan Master, and which we invited the whole Tyrant team to China, and we were playing grand final there and won the set like 5-4 or 4-3. I don't remember exactly, but the atmosphere was really great, and that was the first time I feel like I'm playing an esport. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So, how? Tell me. I know you have a very huge career in Age of Empires 2 for a long time. So, how different is it training now, having so many civilizations, right? From training in AOC, where there were only 18 civilizations.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. I mean, is your training different? Because I know, for example, just to give you what this question is about, in AOC there were 18 civilizations, and it was pretty easy to know which civilization to pick where, right? So I don't know, Vikings for water. If you want to play land map, you pick Aztecs or Mayans. So now you have a lot of civilizations. Do you train differently? Like, do you have any other approach? What do you do in order to feel prepared for a tournament?
Oh, you mean training, right?
I'm sorry?
You mean training?
Yes, training, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was. It is harder, but back in the AOC days, we don't have draft. We don't have safe draft. It was always about like hidden pick, hidden free pick, or maybe even simpler, just mirror save or something like that. The draft system came out not for so long, and by then we already have some new save, if I remember right. So it doesn't really affect me that much, because when I know the draft system, I already learned about the new saves, and as the civilization keep getting more, I think I don't feel extra pressure on training with them, because they are not hard to learn. It's not like AoE4, every civilization is really different. You just have to know the unit tech and the unit, and that's it.
Yeah. So you used your previous knowledge from other civilizations and apply it to the new civilizations, only learning the specific stuff, right? For example, bonuses and unique unit.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So tell me, Mr.Yo, what's your favorite map and your favorite civilization to play?
Nomad. I like playing Nomad, and my favorite civilization, let me think. It used to be Mongol, but now Mongol is weak. I think Spanish. I like Spanish.
Great, yeah. So Spanish Nomad, that's a classic. I like that. Okay, so you were Red Bull champion already once. Do you think you can be champion again? How much training do you have to make that possible?
A hard training, of course, but I think I have a chance. I have a decent chance, because I won once. Why not twice?
Yeah. Of course. Who is the hardest players to beat in this Red Bull? Who do you think the hardest player is?
I think it should still be Viper or Hera, depending on how much Viper will put in AoE 2, because I heard he's training for AoE 4 as well. So if he's putting more time on AoE 4, I don't think he will reach a good placement in AoE 2.
Okay.
But maybe he will surprise me.
He does that sometimes, yeah. Okay, so do you have any biggest rival in Age of Empires? You told me that beating the Viper was one of your proudest moments. So is he your biggest rival in Age of Empires? Or do you think there is someone else that you like and enjoy beating the most?
No, I think it's just Viper.
Okay, great. Yeah. So let me ask you a question about the ping. So I know that you, for living in China and a lot of players living in Europe or America, sometimes you might have some ping to play, right? So it's a little laggy. Does it change a lot playing with 0 ping in a LAN? Or do you feel pretty confident and it doesn't change that much?
It doesn't change that much. Some player would expect it to be a big difference, but it's really not. The player who I can win online, I can win them offline as well. But the player who I always lost online, I lost to them in LAN event as well.
Okay.
Nothing changed.
I see. So LAN is not a big deal for you. Okay. Do you bring your own gear? I mean, your mouse and your keyboard. Do you bring those with you?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Can I ask which one
professional. You use? My mouse is Razer Death Adder, and my keyboard is Falcon Ninja.
Great. Yeah, great. Okay, so what advice could you give to newer players to improve? What would you recommend to get to the level you are today, for example? What do you have to do?
First, you have to be talented player if you want to get to a certain level that can compete with other pros. And secondly, you have to work hard. Like, you have to stop thinking it's a game, thinking like it's a course that you are studying. You have to try harder, like watch the games you lost and thinking about the strategy from time to time, not just playing, think more.
Great. Yeah,
and
that's
the most important one, to have passion. Yeah, you have to love the game. You have to want to improve badly. Yeah, I think that's all.
Okay, so yeah, let me make a quick follow-up question. When do you knew that you were passionate about Age of Empires? Did you play the campaign and then single player and then multiplayer, or did you just start online and already gain the love for matchmaking or winning and hardcore multiplayer thing?
I went to play online right away, because I find playing versus AI is boring, and the campaign is boring for me too.
Okay.
I only find it funny to play with other player.
Yeah, the multiplayer experience. Great. Yeah. So yeah, there's been a lot of speculation, Mr.Yo, about this. Are you actually going to Red Bull Wololo 6? Is that confirmed? Or is there something you still have to check in order to go to Germany and play the LAN?
Well, I'm still waiting for the visa application, sadly. It's not confirmed yet. I'm not sure if I can go or not, but they did ask me for my real flights. Like the embassy asked me to book the real flights before applying the visa, and the agency told me usually in this case there are 90% of successing. So I'm positive, but I can't say for sure.
Yeah, great. That's very good to hear, Mr.Yo. I'm very happy that it's a good chance of you going. That's amazing. Even more after the last time that sadly you weren't able to join. I imagine that must be very sad. So yeah, I hope to see you there. I'm going to Germany as well, and getting to know you will be absolutely fantastic. So I'm really, really hoping that you can come. And yeah, any last words you might want to tell your fans or friends?
Thank you for all your support, and like I said, my fans are my drives. So I will try my best to play well in the future. Yep, that's it.
Great. So I look forward to meeting you in Heidelberg, Mr.Yo. Thank you very, very much for the interview, and yeah, hope to see you there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.